Today we're focusing on the camera that I've used probably for the last 4 years. It is the BlackMagic Cinema Camera 2.5K. Yes, this is an old Betty. I call it a workhorse, and that's what it is, man. It's a little heavy. I think it clocks in around 5-6 pounds by itself, but this thing does everything that I could possibly need it to do. You can get it on eBay for so cheap. I picked mine up, I think at the time it was $550. And that was for the camera. It came with a cage, which you put on the outside to protect it. And it came with an SSD card, which is what this runs off of. An SSD, you just slide it in the side, which is a great way to store footage. You can buy a quick USB plug-in to hook it right up to your computer, and you're off to the races. So you just pull the card out of your camera, hook it right up to a SATA drive attachment, and you're ready to go. It shoots in ProRes, the easier one to edit, I'll say that. It still is high definition. It's high definition, high quality, they call it. It will allow you to shoot in a really, really nice looking high resolution 1080p image. You just can't do as much in post-production to it. So when you start getting crazy and really trying to pull down the shadows or up the up the light, it can get a little grainy and you'll have to fix that. So it gets a little tricky. It's still totally color gradable. I've done it here and here. I'll show you some examples. These are actual films I shot with this camera, my films, that you can check out on my website, by the way. These are just examples of how this camera shoots and how it looks when you color it. Now, my most recent favorite aspect of this camera, and I was so afraid of it because everybody said, it's the workload's huge, you need a lot of storage, yada yada. Well, I think that is definitely true with 4K, 6K, 8K. You need storage out the wazoo if you're going to be shooting, especially a feature film, even a long short film. You're going to need a lot of storage. This shoots in 2.5K, and for me, that is perfect. What that means is it's shooting in that it's not quite 4K and you're not 1080p. It's that sweet spot in the middle, but with that raw BlackMagic image, that 2.5K, you can do a lot to the image, and that's where these images have come from. And most of these, if you turn off the color grading, you will see that you can pull these images up or down any direction you want and do a lot to them. And you don't lose quality of image at all. You can zoom way in, which is another issue with ProRes. If you zoom too far in, you start to lose resolution. With 2.5K, I mean, you can zoom in pretty darn far before you would ever notice that there's an issue. This BlackMagic camera, this is one example. There are so many examples of cinema cameras out there that you can buy that are not gonna break your bank. $500 is a lot. At the time, I had been saving for it because I knew I wanted to really go that route and get a cinema camera. And let me tell you what, this thing, I think the original came out in around 2012, 2013, and this thing in 2021, I'm filming this, is phenomenal. I would use this camera forever. I do have intentions of upgrading. I've been waiting for a couple versions of I'm a BlackMagic fan, so I've been waiting for the BlackMagic Cinema Camera Pro 6K. I'm gonna go there sooner rather than later, but let me tell you what, if you just want to shoot your movie and want something that'll give you that cinema image, that feel, that cinema camera you want to hold in your hands, BlackMagic Cinema Camera 2.5K. They even make a 4K production of the same body type that you could go if you want to go up to 4K, but let me tell you, this camera will give you these images and it will make everything look how you want it to look. BlackMagic has a very distinct look. It's something with the shadows to me that I noticed that just feels different. There's something kind of earthy about BlackMagic and the way their images come out that I just love. It feels so organic to me. I love these cameras, but I just wanted to do a quick look at my camera and what I use to make my films. This camera by far will get you what you need. If you want to shoot in ProRes or lower quality to save storage space, you'll still get a great looking image. If you want to go up to the raw 2.5K, man oh man, you're going to be able to do so much in post-production that you're wondering why people are dropping, $30,000. And at the end of the day, you understand why big films like Avengers and big studio movies, they need that resolution, not only for clarity in movie theaters and clarity in general, but also because special effects, they want all of that to look It's so sharp looking nowadays that you want that resolution, you want your image to be super clean and crisp, especially for a big budget movie. But when you're making indie films and you're just trying to get your film made, that's not realistic. So what can we do? Well, cameras like this, workhorses that aren't going to let you down, absolutely, in my opinion, the way to go. So that was my quick look in calling it my gear bag. Thanks guys, have a great one, and I'll see you in the next video.